It is locker room cleanout day here for the Cincinnati Cyclones as they close the door and the book on their 2022-23 season. And what a historic season it was for the Cyclones, 103 points and regular season Central Division champions. While the road to the Kelly Cup did come to a halt in round 2 against the Toledo Walleye, this Cyclones team had a very special group right here in this dressing room.
Yeah, I think it was a special group. You know, everyone kind of got along. We hung out a good amount and outside of the rink, obviously, and you know, we just kind of meshed well together, and I think you saw that throughout the year.
I think it was a very close team. You know, my first year, I wasn't too sure what to expect, but I heard a lot about, you know, the turnover and stuff like that, but it seemed like we you know, had pretty well the same team all year, and I think that played a big role in how close our team was able to come together. And you know, it was a lot of fun, and you know, coming in this year as my first year, it was a very welcoming group and made me feel comfortable right away. And you know, it was a lot of fun to spend the whole year with these guys.
When new guys would come in, they fit right in. We brought them all under our wings, and you know, that led to this success we had this year.
This year's Cyclones had a little bit of everything on both team and individual success. Moments like Justin Vaive's 6-point game back in February to the team's 21-game point streak that took them through all of February and into the tail end of March. This Cyclones roster is going to have numerous lifelong memories, many of which they will take with them.
It's just an unbelievable year for me personally, and of course for the team. Just so many memories that I'm going to keep with me, especially just winning that division. That was very memorable. I love the city. I love the coaching staff, and the group was very special to me. Built some great relationships with a lot of people just all over the rink and in the community. So it was just a special year.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing, guys. You know, what I think I took from most of them is that they also helped me grow and continue to develop as a coach, try new things, different ways to approach the game. But again, it just kind of led into how my overall philosophy with team players and with the team itself is understanding the person, understanding the player. The player and the person are not mutually exclusive, but just so you understand the player themselves, it's a little easier to be able to connect with them and help develop their game. But again, just getting to know them getting their personal side of their life, just getting to understand what makes them tick. Everyone is different, and just managing all the different personalities. There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't understand.
You know, just getting first in the division, I think, was huge for us this year, and you know, that's always exciting to you know, win the division in the regular season, and then that, you know, that stretch winning streak we went on was exciting. You know, we came to the rink every day feeling like we were going to win the game, and you know, it lasted for a long time, so that was nice.
Every year is, you know, a special team or you know, a memory, I guess, in the bank. You know, obviously this one ended shorter than we wanted, and the ultimate goal wasn't reached. But obviously, like you said, we had a great regular season, and a lot of memories that are going to come out of that, a lot of good friendships, and hopefully a lot of guys returning from that.
During the regular season, you had an incredible individual campaign, a plethora of milestones, tying a season high in goals with 32. You played 700 pro games. You became the all-time games played leader for the Cyclones, the all-time goals leader for the Cyclones, both franchise records there. How do you surmise your individual season? I would imagine this is a pretty special one for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we've touched on it multiple times this year. Anytime you have individual milestones like that, it's always something cool to kind of hang your hat on. And, I mean, when I'm 45, 50, 55 looking back, obviously those will be really fun memories in a city that's so special to me and a team that's been nothing but great to me.
Of all the people in the dressing room for the Cyclones, there is perhaps nobody that has taken away more from this season than the head coach and director of hockey operations, Jason Payne. And while the players are beginning to rest up, heal their bodies, and prepare for the offseason, work is still in session for the head coach of the Cincinnati Cyclones.
My process is preparing for next season right away. It's there's no real time off. I mean, my time off will be when I'm sitting there relaxing in bed, ready to go to sleep that night, and then get up the next morning and back at it. My mind is always going on hockey. It's always thinking because they always want to get better. So my whole thought process is when you're sleeping, somebody else is working. So sometimes you got to know when to grind, but definitely there's time when you got to take rest. You got to spend that family time or just time for yourself just to unwind. And there's times you got to manage that. But at the same time, I don't like to take too much time because as I said, there's a season coming up, and you got to be ready. So might as well get ready starting early instead of just getting ready last minute.
Your core job among coaching a winning team is developing a winning culture to where some guys experience their greatest successes outside of Cincinnati, and that happened this year. What does it mean for you as a head coach to develop these players and to know that you did your job and you've helped them reach new heights in their careers?
Well, that's the ultimate goal, and that's one of the things I set out to do, and it's helping these guys achieve the dreams and the goals that they want. At the end of the day, they all want to make it to the next level. So my job is to find out what I can do to help them get to the next level and what part of the development they need to get to the next level, and not just get there, but stay there. It's not about just getting call-ups. It's about trying to get up and stay, have some longevity behind it. So it's just, again, that's about connecting to players. Just connect with them, understanding them, dissecting their game, and understanding what it is that they need to be more efficient at. And when you do that, you help them get to the next level, and hopefully they stay there.
So while the ECHL prepares for the conference finals round, the Cyclones, like many teams, will be shifting their attention to other things down the pipeline, one of which being the protected list, which will be announced in early June, as Coach Payne will make a decision on who he will protect and confirm to have on the roster for next season. And in addition, a big announcement for the fans coming up sooner than later. That will be the announcement and unveiling of the Cyclones' 2023-2024 ECHL regular season schedule. Until then, everybody, make sure you stay tuned on all social media platforms to keep up with everything about your Clones. I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. It's been an awesome season, everyone, and we cannot wait again until this October.